Up to this point in your experience as a student, you've experienced history primarily through your textbooks. History for you is mostly about names, dates, and facts. While names, dates, and facts are important, that's not quite all there is to history. In the next few minutes, we're going to try and answer a complicated question. How do historians do history? Or, in other words, how do historians discover historical truth or the information you find in your textbooks? Let's take a look. The first step in discovering historical truth is to ask a question. What is it that you want to find out specifically? This will help you focus your research. The second step in discovering historical truth is to gather evidence of the past event that you're researching. Historians call this evidence primary sources. Primary sources can be just about anything that is evidence of a historical event. For example, if you're researching the Civil War, some evidence you could find of the war might be things like soldiers' uniforms, newspapers, and letters from the war. If you're researching fashion in the 1920s, dresses, shoes, jackets, and even socks would all be evidence of what was fashionable during that time. After identifying what primary sources they need, historians then go about collecting as many of these primary sources as possible. They might find these sources in newspapers, historical archives, museums, or by interviewing someone who experienced or witnessed the particular event that they are studying. The third step in discovering historical truth is to analyze the evidence they collected. Historians analyze evidence by asking questions such as, how reliable are the sources? What information can the sources provide? What can't they provide? Were the people who created the sources biased in any way? Do the sources contradict each other in any way? By answering these questions and others, historians begin to interpret the evidence and discover historical truth. The last step in discovering historical truth is for historians to share all that they've learned. This is where your history textbook comes from. It is the result of historical research done by others. And while your textbook might seem pretty boring, the process historians use to discover the truths in your textbook can actually be very interesting. And that's how historians do history.